this afternoon from Rifle. It is a 3A state semifinal game between the Rifle Bears and your Fort Morgan Mustangs. Rifle comes in 11-1. The Fort Morgan Mustangs come in at 10-2. Fort Morgan Mustangs and Rifle Bears both played last week in real freezing conditions over on the Eastern Plains, last week. Rifle was at Roosevelt and won 15-0. Fort Morgan was at home and won 13-7. Snow, cold weather, 0 degrees on the wind chill. This opening kickoff is brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance with 2 locations in Brush and Fort Morgan. Ingmeyer Phillips can help you with your home, car, health, or life insurance questions or needs. So Franny Gonzalez has it teed up, and nice deep kick by Franny. It's going to be taken about the 3, up to the 5, across the 10, the 15, the 20, right into the open across the 25, slips a tackle out across the 35. So it will be first and 10 for Rifle from the, see where they're going to put it, at about the 36-yard line. So it'll be first and 10 from the 36. And this afternoon I have with me Eric Nickel. Kevin Rohde couldn't be with us this afternoon, so Eric's going to fill in for him this afternoon. So first and 10 for Rifle. Leighton, handoff around the right side to Brock Clark. He gets it out for about 5 yards, out to the 41 or 42. They line up in a tight formation and hand off on the end around to Brock Clark. So it looks like a gain of about 6, so it'll bring up a 2nd and 4 from the 42 for Rifle. Now they have one wide receiver split left. Motion man once again coming around the left side. He gets it out across the 45, out to the 50, and knocked down, brought down by Austin Cosman and Justin Pineda, but not until he gets into, we have a flag on the play. Looks like going to be something on Fort Morgan.
Looks like possibly unsportsmanlike conduct after the play.
So they did get it down to Mustang territory and a personal foul, you're right, against Fort Morgan, and that's something that coach is not going to be happy about. Looked like it was, must have been against Jacob Fritzler. He just went to the sideline, so that's going to bring up a 1st and 10 from Fort Morgan's 29.
Both plays there, they got outside the ends, and Kimball and Trey McBride are going to have to keep them contained inside.
So handoff over the right side, gets it down inside the 25. I believe that was
brought down by Jason.
It's like Blaine Vance on the carry inside.
Blaine Vance. So he gets about 5, so it's going to bring up a 2nd and 5 from the 24. So right now, Rifle being able to run the ball outside and inside.
So far, 3 carries, 3 different running backs. They can spread it out, it looks like.
In motion is Clark around the right side. He gets it down inside the 20 to the 15 to the 10 to the 5. He's going to go into the end zone for the touchdown for Rifle. So Brock Clark takes it in from 24 yards out with 10:24 to go in the first period. Put Rifle up 6-0. This is the first time that the Mustangs have been behind in the postseason. So now they'll set up for the point after attempt. Snap. It is up and it is good. So the PAT is good. So 10:24 to go. The Fort Morgan Mustangs down 7-0 on B106 and B106.com. Back at Rifle High School in Rifle, Colorado, the Bears have just gone up on Fort Morgan 7-0 after Brock Clark takes it in from 24 yards out around the right side. So Fort Morgan now with their first possession. Nice deep kick by their kicker. Drives him back to about the 2. Across the 10, the 15, right into the line at the 20. He gets it out across the 20. I couldn't see who that was.
Looked like possibly Dalen Knapp on the carry. On the return there.
Their backup quarterback in there. So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs as he gets it out to the 22-yard line. So the Mustangs have a hole to dig out of early here in this game. He's flying up in a full house backfield. Schneider under center. Going to be a play action pass, and he is going to be brought down in the backfield for the sack. Go back to the 13-yard line. So that'll be a loss of 9. So 2nd and 19.
Like Rifles Alex Gold on the sack there for a loss of 9.
So Fort Morgan tried to play action and didn't hold out the lineman for Rifle. Now they're split 2 receivers left, 2 right. Trey McBride moves from left to right. It's going to be a handoff over the left side to Toby McBride. He's going to be met in the backfield. Or looks possibly for a no gain.
Brought down by Joe Cox.
So it looks like it will be 3rd and 19 once again from the 13-yard line for Fort Morgan. So Fort Morgan comes out in a 3-receiver set to the left and 1 receiver right. Schneider in the shotgun formation from the 13-yard line. 3rd and 19. He rolls out to his left. Looks downfield, the pass downfield, and he's going to be caught for the first down by, let's see who that was that caught that. Eric Kimball. Eric Kimball wide open at about the 35. They're going to mark it at the 33, enough for the first down.
Brought down by Austin Knight.
So nice job there to
The Mustang first down.
had time to roll out and find Eric Kimball at the 33. So 1st and 10 from the 33 for Fort Morgan. Shotgun formation once again. Schneider rolls out. Pass out here to the flat to Kimball once again across the 40. Across the 45. Another first down for Fort Morgan.
Eric Kimball.
As he gets it out across to the 47-yard line.
Mustang first down.
So Fort Morgan finds some success here with a pass. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Shotgun formation once again for the Mustangs. Schneider looks downfield. It's going to be a pass out here to the left, but it's going to be almost intercepted, but knocked into the air and falls to the ground for an incomplete pass.
Intended there for Isaiah Lopez on the near sideline here.
So dangerous pass there by Schneider. Fortunately, it didn't get picked off, so that will bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 47 for Fort Morgan. As they come out in a 2 receivers right and 2 left. Eric Kimball and Isaiah Lopez on the right side. A snap back. Schneider's going to be pressured, and he fumbles the ball, and I believe it's going to be picked up by Rifle. And it is picked up by Rifle. Joey Schneider gets hit from the back and fumbles the ball. So that will be a turnover by Fort Morgan. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Rifle from the Mustang 38-yard line.
They're trying to roll Schneider out to the left there, and the defensive lineman came out from behind and stripped the ball.
So handoff up the middle. He's going to get it about to the 35, maybe just inside the 35.
Brought down by Austin Cosman. Also in on the play was Eric
So it's going to be a gain of about
Rifle second down at the Mustang 35.
3 down to the 35. So they'll bring up a 2nd and 7 from the 35. One receiver left kind of a H-back on each side. Going to be a handoff around the right side to Clark once again. He's going to get it down to about the 30. So nice defensive stand here so far by the Mustangs.
Also in on the tackle was Alexander Mai.
So that will bring up a third. See where they finally put that. They will put that at the 30, so it'll be a 3rd and 2. From the 30 is Alex Mai in on that tackle. So Leighton Stutzman, senior quarterback for Rifle. Now they bring formation. It's going to be a handoff over the right side again to Clark. He is going to get the first down as he gets down inside the, just about at the 25.
Clark, that carry brought down by Nate Cage.
Going to mark it at the 26.
Nate Cage on the stop there. It's like Clark would have had at least another 10 yards.
So Rifle finding some running room on the outside edges. Doing the sweep runs, mostly to the right. Going to be a sweep that way, but it's going to be kept by Stutzman around this left end as he gets to the 25, to the 20, to the 15, and then hit down at about the 11-yard line by Eric Kluhoff. So that time Stutzman kept the ball. That's where the defensive end needs to step up and stay in his lane, but he got around the outside and got down to the 11. So 1st and 10 for Rifle from the 11-yard line. So we'll see if Fort Morgan can keep Rifle out of the end zone. One receiver right, formation going to be around the right side again. Brock Clark gets down to the 5. He's going to go into the end zone untouched for the touchdown. So Brock Clark into the end zone with 6:11 to go here in the first period of play. That puts the Rifle Bears up 13-0. Now in for the extra point try. I believe that is Eduardo Sandoval. Snap is back. Ball is down. The kick is up. And good once again. So the Rifle Bears have jumped on the Fort Morgan Mustangs early here. 14-0 on B106 and B106.com. Back at Rifle High School, the Fort Morgan Mustangs find themselves down 14-0 here with 6:11 to go as Brock Clark takes it in from 11 yards out. So not something that the Fort Morgan Mustang football team is used to here, after play from behind and being basically dominated on that line, on the defensive line.
Yeah, so far there's been nobody for the first few yards. The backs aren't getting touched until 3 or 4 yards deep.
So we have a flag thrown on the kickoff. Going to set Rifle back 5 yards. I'm not sure what it was. I didn't see if they were.
Rifle was offside on the kick. 1-5, free kick.
Rifle was offsides on the kickoff, so they will re-kick from the 35. As Dalen Knapp and I believe Tate Kimball back at the 5-yard line. So the Mustangs down 14-0. Beautiful day here in Rifle. It's going to be a short kick. It could almost be like an onside, but Tate Kimball, was Tate Kimball. He was up close, and he fair caught it at the 28-yard line.
Looks like they may do that as a strategy, try to do an onside kick in the air. They had a lot of their hands guys up about the 35-yard line. Looks like they may have been expecting that.
Something they've probably seen in their film studies, that they like to kick it short. It's almost like an onside kick. They can get down there. Now we have 2 receivers left, 2 right for Fort Morgan. Now they can put Austin Cosman in motion. He sets up on the left side. Handoff to Tate Kimball. Breaks a tackle either across the 30, across the 35, across the 40, across the 45. He breaks a tackle across midfield down to the 45. So no flags on the ground. So Tate Kimball around the left end. He breaks the tackle right at the line of scrimmage. And he gets it down to Rifle territory, down to the 43-yard line.
It looked like they were going to get him in the backfield, and he broke a couple weak tackles and got on the outside and had some room to run.
So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs from the 43 of Rifle. Shotgun formation once again for Fort Morgan as Toby McBride comes in late. So we have receivers right and left. In motion again is Tate Kimball around this right side, but he is brought down from behind at about the 44.
Brought down by Prado.
He is brought down by Jose Prado. So a loss of 1 back to the 44. So 2nd and 11 from the 44 for the Mustangs.
So far it looks like the Mustangs are trying to show Rifle some things they haven't seen yet. They're bringing Tate in motion from being split out, and I haven't seen that yet this year.
So now the Mustangs set up in the I formation. Tate Kimball in the backfield, but he is going to be hit back there. So the blocking up front is not sufficient right now for the Mustangs. As that will be a loss back to the 40, back to the 47, so that'll be a loss of 3. So we'll bring up a 3rd and 14 from the 47. For the Mustangs. As Eric Kimball split wide left with Isaiah Lopez. Mugenberg split right. Snap back to, it's going to be an incomplete pass as Schneider tries to hit Austin Cosman at about the 35, but that's going to fall to the ground. So that will bring up a 4th and 14.
Not a whole lot of room there. Tried to squeeze it into Austin, and the defender was right there with him.
So see, it looks like the Mustangs will punt. See who they have back. Looks like Stutzman is back, and can't quite see the numbers. It's hard to tell what their numbers are. They're yellow numbers, but hard to see who is back for Rifle. Good snap back to Tate. Nice deep kick by Kimball. So he takes it at about the 6-yard line. There was a holding. They can't throw the flag on that. Oh my gosh. He stretched his shirt out. The ref was standing right there and didn't even throw a flag. But he is brought down at about the 10. So it will be a 1st and 10 for Rifle.
This will be the worst starting field position for Rifle so far. See if the Mustangs can hold them here and get some good field position.
Flips field position. You're correct there. 1st and 10 from the 9. One receiver split wide right. Just put Clark in motion again around the right side. Oh, he didn't get the handoff. He handed it off up the middle to Vance. They're going to give him a yard out to the 10. So they'll bring up a 2nd and 9 from the 10 for Rifle.
Looks like they're trying to establish running outside and trying to get it up the middle now with the Mustangs defense looking for it to go outside the tackles.
So one receiver split left. It's going to be a keeper by Stutzman, I believe. He fakes the handoff. So Stutzman takes it out to about the 13. That'll bring up a 3rd down from the 13-yard line. So it'll be a gain of 3. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 6 for the Rifle Bears. Split a receiver out wide right. Tyler Bosshart, he's their leading receiver. So it's a handoff over the right side to Clark on the outside, and he is going to be stopped for the before he gets a first down. So nice job there by the defense.
Looks like Justin Pineda's fought off his block by the wide receiver and made the tackle out there.
So see where they mark it. They're going to mark it back at they're marking it at the 15. So they're going to give him a 2-yard gain. So I'll bring up a 4th and 4 from the 15 for Rifle. So Kyle Daniels waits back in Mustang territory at about the 47-yard line. Snap back. Oh, it's not a good kick off the left side of his foot and out of bounds at about the Rifle 37-yard line. So this was the field position flip that we were looking for.
Mustangs will take over.
So we'll see what Fort Morgan can do with it with this type of field. And I don't know why the clock is running. The clock has not stopped.
Yeah, change of possession right there. It should not be running.
It should not be running. I don't know why this. That is not good. They should be bringing that. Chisholm's trying to get it to their attention. So this should have been at 2:06, and it's down to a minute 41. Handoff to Tate Kimball over the left side. Tough running by Kimball as he takes it over the left side, down to about the 31.
Looks like the first time this afternoon Tate was lined up in the backfield and carried between the tackles. They've been trying to get outside and establish a passing game a little bit.
So I'll bring up a 2nd and 5 for Fort Morgan from the 32. T formation again, once again for the Mustangs. Tate Kimball over the left side. He tries to cut it up inside. Not much there. He might get it to the 30. We'll see where they finally mark it at. We're inside a minute here in the first period of play with Rifle up 14-0. So it's going to be just short of the 30. We'll call it the 31. So only a gain of 1. So we'll bring up a 3rd and 4 from the 31 for Fort Morgan. We're down under 40 seconds here in the first period of play. So Fort Morgan in their tight formation once again, and we've had a movement on the right side, so that's going to set them back 5 yards. And it looked like that was Eric Carrillo that took off too soon for Fort Morgan.
On the Mustang. They'll back them up 5.
So that'll bring up about a 3rd and 9. Back at the 36-yard line. So lack of concentration here early on for the Mustangs. So Schneider in the shotgun formation with Tate Kimball to his right. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Snap back to Schneider. He looks down the left sideline. It's going to be a complete pass to Kyle Daniels. I think he's going to be just short of the first down.
So it'll be less than a yard.
Daniels on the reception. Brought down by David Pachita.
So that will bring the first period of play to a close with the Rifle Bears up 14-0 over your Fort Morgan Mustangs on B106 and B106.com. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. They did give them the first down. It was on the first down play, a pass out into the flat to Kyle Daniels. We'll see if they got any yardage out of that. Looks like they will put it back at the 27. So they'll bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 27 for Fort Morgan. So Fort Morgan needs to take advantage of this field position, especially if this storm moving in gets here earlier than predicted. So shotgun formation for Schneider. Looks out into the right, out here into the flat to Tate Kimball, and he's tripped up and goes down at about the 22-yard line.
A little bit of a high snap there that Snyder was able to pull down and get out to Tate Kimball in the flat.
Gets it down to the 21. So a gain of 6. So 3rd and 4 from the 21 after that pass into the flat. So Isaiah Lopez goes out. Toby McBride comes in for Fort Morgan. 3 receivers left, 1 right with McBride in the backfield. They send Cosman in motion from left to right. He sets up on the left side. Now it puts Tate Kimball in motion around the right side. Hand off to Kimball. He gets it to about the 20 and then is hit hard there by Brock Clark. He might get it just inside the 20. So that's going to bring up a fourth down. It's right at the 20, so that'll bring up a fourth and about 3 from the 20. So we'll see what Fort Morgan can do here to pick up this first down.
So far, not a whole lot of room on the ground. Picking up a yard or two here and there, but not a whole lot.
So fourth down, I formation for the Mustangs. Play action pass. Pass all way over the head of the intended receiver, Austin Cosman.
Looked like he was hit early, but I don't think it was catchable. It was
a
good 3 or 4 feet over Austin's head.
So an incomplete pass by the Mustangs. Will turn the ball back over to the Bears with 9:47 to go in the second period. So first and 10 from the 20. For Rifles, they have put a man in motion. It's going to be handoff to Clark around the right side. He breaks the tackle, gets out across the 30, across the 35, and then finally brought down by Eric Klugoff at the 40. Now Brock Clark, they say, is about a 5'10", 200-pound running back, so he is a load to bring down. They mark it, we're going to say, at the 41, so that will be a first and 10 from the 41, a 21-yard gain.
So far, not a whole lot of variation to their offense. They line the 2 running backs up on the wing and put one in motion and either hand it off to him or hand it off up the middle. A couple times Stutzman, the quarterback, has kept it, but not a whole lot.
So same formation once again for Rifle. Handoff up the middle this time. He breaks it out across the 45, almost to the 50. That was Blaine Vance. Blaine Vance is only a sophomore. So that'll be a gain of, looks like, 8.
Second down and 2 from the Rifle 49.
So second and 8 from the 49-yard line.
It's one thing we haven't seen yet this year from the teams against Morgan's defense is being able to run up the middle, but Rifles' offense has found something that they can exploit right now.
So Stutzman under center, handoff over the right side, but he is hit in the backfield by Frank Rosales. Blaine Vance will get a yard up to the 50. So it'll bring up a third and about 1 from the 50-yard line. So same formation once again for Rifle. Under center, they put Clark in motion once again, but he's going to be hit in the backfield, met by Toby McBride, Nate Cage, Richard Herrera, and they bring Clark down for a loss back to the 40. See where they're going to put it.
It's like about the 48-yard line.
48, so that's a loss of 2. So that'll bring up a 4th and 3 from the Rifle 48. So nice job there by Toby McBride to lead the pack. Bring Clark down for the loss. So Kyle Daniels and Tate Kimball back at about the 15-yard line. This little better kick, kind of an end over end. Tate Kimball takes it out the 15, tries to go around the right side, breaks the tackle, gets it across the 20, the 30, out across the 35, out to the 40. And we'll see where he's finally brought down at. They're going to mark it at about the 48-yard line, it looks like. Almost back to, or they say he stepped out farther back at about the 44, I believe, is where they're going to put it. 7:16 to go here in the second period of play. Fort Morgan needs to try and get some offense going here. So it is first down from the Mustang 44. It's going to be a handoff to Toby McBride over the right side. He breaks it across the 50 and be enough for the first down. as he gets it into Rifle territory just inside the 45. We'll call it the 44.
Quick handoff to Toby up the middle that they weren't ready for. No linebackers in the area.
So nice run there by Toby. Now we have...
It's like a timeout by Rifle.
Rifle's going to call a timeout, so we'll take one with him here with 7:07 to go. Rifle 14, Fort Morgan nothing on B106 and B106.com. Back at Rifle High School in Rifle, Colorado for one of the 3A semifinal games in football. Rifle up 14-0 with 7:07 to go. Here in the second period, Fort Morgan Mustangs 1st and 10 from the Rifle 44 after a nice run by Toby McBride. So full house backfield once again for Fort Morgan. Handoff over the right side to Tate Kimball. He follows his blocks, gets down inside the 40. Fort Morgan needs to watch. They're blocking a little bit after the play is over, so that'll be down to the 38-yard line. So a gain of 6 after that run. So 2nd and 4 from the 38.
They're sustaining their blocks a little bit better than they were early on in the first couple of drives, but there's a fine line between that and a late hit.
So 2nd and 4 for Fort Morgan. Full house backfield once again. Handoff to Kimball over the right side. He's hit in the backfield. Does get back to the line of scrimmage. He was already down. Ball comes loose, but not until after he was on the ground. So it looks like it will be, I'll call it a no gain, maybe from one side of the 38 to the other. So that will bring up still a 3rd and 4 from the 38. For the Mustangs now, as they have 2 receivers left and 2 right. Shotgun formation for Snyder. Tate Kimball to his, Toby McBride to his right. Pass out into the flat to Tate Kimball, or to Eric Kimball, takes it in at the 30 and then goes down to the 25-yard line. So a nice pass there by Schneider to get it to Kimball out in the right flat, and then Kimball takes it down to the 25.
Looks like on their passes they're trying to roll Snyder out a little bit, give him a little extra time, and so far it's been working. He's had a little bit of time to find a receiver.
So 2 receivers right, 2 left. Once again for the Mustangs as Rifle brings us. It's going to be a pass down the right sideline, and just over the outstretched hand of Eric Kimball. But we have a flag at about the 29. That will be holding against Fort Morgan. And Rifle was sending a linebacker that time, trying to get some pressure on Joey Snyder. So that'll bring up it'll be 10 yards from that. Where the flag at, that'll be 10 yards back from the 29. So we'll see if I would guess they will accept that penalty.
Against this tough Bears defense, those are tough penalties to take.
So that'll be about a 1st and 29?
It's like 19 or so. Or 21 or so.
From the 39. Schneider looks downfield, finds it. Isaiah Lopez at the 30, wide open. Lets it go through his hands.
He had some room to run there. He'd have got let back to the previous line of scrimmage at least. That would have been a gain of 15 or so if he could have held on there.
So we're about 2nd and 20.
It's like 24.
24, 2nd and 24 from the 39-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Shotgun formation once again, but it's a draw play. That's going to go nowhere, as I believe it was Tate Kimball was hit in the backfield, and he'll be dropped for about a 5-yard loss back to the 44. So 3rd and 29 now.
Tried the counter there coming back, and it looked like there was an opening there for a second, but this Bears defense is closing quick. If there is any light, they're shutting it down in a hurry.
3rd and 29 for the Mustangs. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers left, 1 right. Schneider looks downfield. He's got a man down the right sideline if you can get over the head of him, but knocked down by, not sure if that is Clark or Brooks Pressler. I can't see if that's an 8 or a 6.
Maybe in Bosshart, I think, might be number 9. These are tough jerseys to read.
That was intended for Eric Fluhoff. He had beat him, but by the time the ball got there, Rifle had closed in, so that will bring up a 4th and 29 after that incomplete pass. Oh, bad snap, but Tate Kimball makes the best of it, gets a nice punt. It's going to land at about the 19, and it's going to be down at about the 22-yard line. So Fort Morgan once again stifled on offense. 4:34 here to go in the first half of play, as Rifle will take possession from the 22. So the defense, after the first couple of possessions by Rifle, has kind of figured out what they're doing here. So now we have a receiver left. Bosshart goes left. Man in motion around from the right to the left. We have a flag thrown. The runner is brought down. That is Ty Leba, brought
like
down at the 35.
possibly.
But I think there's a holding. There is a holding on Rifle. And that flag is laying out about the 23-yard line. So that will bring up a redo on the first down.
Leba was taken down hard there, but it looked like they got him by the inside of the helmet rather than the face mask or a horse collar.
So it looks like it will be first down for the Rifle Bears from the 14. So first down. Stutzman rolls out to his left. He tucks it under, gets out across the 20, the 25, got to the 30. And we'll see where he ends up going out of bounds at. See if he gets enough for the first down.
Ridden out of bounds by Trey McBride.
Oh, he stepped out at about the 26-yard line.
He's looking to throw there, but it looks like he just assumed runs it.
So it'll bring up a 2nd and about 7 from the 27-yard line. Run around the right side. Alex Mai with the hit at the 30. So about now a 3rd down and 2 from the 30. So nice job there by Alex Mai to track down that Rifle Bear. So 3rd and 2. We'll see if the Mustangs can hold here with 3:43 and counting in the first half of play. T backfield, handoff over the left side this time. And I believe he will be short. He might have only got to about the 31, so it will bring up a 4th down. So it looks like about a 4th and half a yard, but it will be 4th and 1 from the, let's say, the 31. So we'll see what Rifle wants to do as Stutzman comes back out from the sideline with the play. As they call the play as he gets to the line. We'll see if they're just going to try and draw Fort Morgan off or not. Put a man in motion, and Rifle's right guard, I believe it's a right guard, jumped. So that will set them back 5 yards. So backfired on Rifle. I think they were just going to try and draw Fort Morgan off sides, but it backfired as that right guard took off for Rifle. So that will bring up a 4th and 6 from the 27.
Looked like that could have worked for Rifle as well, because one of Morgan's defensive linemen moved about the same time the offensive lineman did.
So punt formation, high snap. Kyle Daniels almost blocked, and they're going to throw a flag on that. You got to be kidding. As Eric Klugoff runs into the punter. So we'll see if they're going to call that a running into the kicker or a personal foul. She's running into the kicker, so it's only a 5-yard penalty. So that'll bring up a short, be 4th and short once again.
Move back to the previous spot, and they may try to go for it or draw the Mustangs offsides again. Looks like they brought their offense back out onto the field rather than their punt team.
So we'll see what Rifle wants to do here with 2:57 to go. Would still bring up a 4th down and about a half a yard to go. So it's still a 4th, and we'll see. It's going to be
Fort Morgan flag for running into the kicker.
Be a 4th and 1 again from the 32, from the 31.
It looks like Rifle's going to at least line up to go for it here.
Stutzman in with the offense for Rifle. Let's see what they want to do here as they try to draw them off sides. Oh, somebody moved again for Rifle. So this time it was the left guard that moved. So they will go back to the 27 once again, bring up a 4th and 6. As well as they've been running, the field position would, be in Fort Morgan's favor, but the 4th and about a half a yard in the way they've been running the ball, I would think they would be able to pick up that.
Right, and so far their punt game hasn't been real good. They've had one that was shanked for 15 yards or so, and then a decent one, and then the last one that was called back.
So snap back this time. Nice for punt this time is Tate Kimball takes it at his 35-yard line. Gets it across the 40, has some blocking down the right sideline, across the 30, across the 40, down into Rifle territory. They're getting pumped up on the Fort Morgan sideline.
Boy, it looks like Richard Herrera really nailed somebody.
Tate Kimball with the return.
So they need to get somebody over there.
Brought down by Tucker Hutton.
That could be Brock Clark, I think. I'm not sure. That would be a big loss for them, and he's not getting up off the Fort Morgan sideline right now.
I didn't see the hit over there. I was kind of watching Tate. So 2:42 to go here in the first half, as Rifle has a injured player on the other side of the field.
Coach Chisholm was right there to check on that player, and he was calling for Rifle's trainers to come over there fairly frantically.
So hopefully he's not seriously hurt. So I think we'll go ahead and take a break and see what happens here. Fort Morgan down 14-0 to Rifle with 2:42 to go in the first half on B106 and B106.com. Back here at Rifle, that injured player did get up. That is number 28, David Fugita, I believe, or Fugita, Fugita. So that's good to see. He gets up and runs off the field. So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs now. See if they can get it into the end zone with 2:42 to go here in the first half of play. Starting from the Rifle 40. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Shotgun formation for Joey Snyder. Snap back to Schneider. He rolls out to his left pass, but he's going to be the complete pass, then goes down as Eric Kimball. Now we have somebody down for the Mustangs. Bladen Pollitt, looks like he's holding his right knees. He's down about the 45.
Eric Kimball with their reception.
So they're going to give him a yard on that. So I'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Kimball lost his footing there. He had a couple more yards to gain.
Bladen Pollitt already has a brace on that right knee, and that's what he was holding. I'm going to go ahead and give you the starters, since we didn't get that done in the before the game. And the starting lineup is brought to you by Cargill Beef. Cargill Beef is committed to feeding the world in a responsible way by reducing environmental impact and continuously improving products and processes. Learn about Cargill's story of commitment at www.cargill.com. And their starting lineup today for the Mustangs is senior quarterback Joey Snyder, senior tight end Austin Cosman, senior receiver Eric Kimball, sophomore running back Tate Kimball, senior wide receiver Eric Klugoff, junior fullback Toby McBride. The offensive linemen are senior Bladen Pollitt, sophomore Eric Carrillo, junior Alec Mai, senior Trevor Gherkin, and senior Jesus Ibarra.
Doesn't look good as they're taking Bladen off. He's not putting any weight at all on that right leg.
So we'll see who comes in. Nate Cage, I would guess, would probably come in for Bladen Pollitt. I see Nate Cage is out there, so bring up a second down and 9 for the Mustangs. T formation for the Mustangs. The handoff up the middle and nothing there. But Toby breaks it, and he is still going to be brought down short of the line of scrimmage, but not for a valiant effort. So he's going to lose about 2 yards. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 11 from the 41. So this Rifle defense, I believe, has given up 104 points this year, including the playoffs. Fort Morgan, I think, was right in front of them there. I think they had given up 96 for the year. 3-man front for Rifle. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Schneider rolls out to his right. He looks downfield. Passes down there, but it's going to be incomplete as he tries to hit Eric Kimball down the right sideline. So that will bring up a 4th and 11.
Kimball was open momentarily, but just looked like a little too much air into the ball and gave Rifle's defensive backs some time to get over there to it.
So the weather not playing a factor here this afternoon. There's maybe a slight breeze from the north. We have an east-west field here. Temperature was about 40 degrees when game started. So Fort Morgan going to go for it here on 4th and 11 as they have 3 receivers right and 1 left. Shotgun formation. Snap back to Schneider as he looks downfield. He keeps rolling out to his right, and it's going to be an incomplete pass at about the 27-yard line. So that will be a turnover on downs with 1:24 to go.
Intended for Kyle Daniels there and just didn't have any room to squeeze that ball in.
So Rifle will take over with 1:24 up 14-0 from the 42-yard line. First and 10 from their own 42. Stutzman under center once again. He goes back to pass out here in the left flat. That's going to be caught and then goes down at the 41-yard line. I believe that's number 20, Ty Leba. So a nice play there by the Rifle Bears.
First pass of the game, first attempt, and first completion.
So 1st and 10 from the Mustang 42 as the clock runs at 1:10. Stutzman has the play action pass, looks down the left sideline, has a man out there, and it's going to be caught at the 10 and taken into the end zone for the touchdown as he got it over the outstretched hands of Justin Pineda. So Rifle takes it in from 42 yards out on a pass play. And I believe that was to Bosshart, I believe, is who pulled that in.
Correct. He's our leading receiver on the year. He's a big kid, 6'2" or so, and the shorter Pineda just couldn't get his hand on it.
It's a beautiful pass. It was the only place it was going to be was for Bosshart to be able to catch it, and that's right where it was. So the snap down, the kick is up and good once again. So with 59.9 seconds left, Rifle 21, Fort Morgan nothing on B106 and B106.com. So Fort Morgan gives up a touchdown here late in the first half of play, now trailing 21-0 to Rifle. So Fort Morgan will get the ball to close out this first half, and then we'll receive the kickoff for the second half. But Fort Morgan has some work to do now as they find themselves down by 3 touchdowns. Going to be another short kick. This time it's taken and dropped by Eric Kimball at about the 20. He'll hold on to that ball as he goes down at about the 26 or 7 yard line.
With the return.
So first and 10 for the Mustangs. And it looks like they're going to put it at the 28 with 53 seconds left. So we'll see if Fort Morgan tries to do anything here, or Rifle does have 2 timeouts left. They won't think about trying to get the ball back. I formation for the Mustangs. 1 receiver left, 1 right. Hand off to Toby McBride over the right side. Gets it across the 30, across the 35. Just hold on to that ball as he gets it out for first down territory.
Toby McBride with
And he will get it down to the
pushed out of bounds by Brooks
out to the 38-yard line possibly.
Tackle was Tyler Bouchard.
Some hard running by Toby there. He broke a couple arm tackles and was able to pick up a first down.
AJ Mustang first down.
So first and 10 from the 39. Must have went out of bounds because they didn't start the clock. I think they're wondering if the clock didn't. I know Coach Chisholm is over there talking to the referee. They may not have stopped the clock. That wouldn't be the first time that happened in this game. So we'll see what the refs are going to talk about here. They're having a meeting here at the 40. Seeing what, if the clock, they need to put more time back on the clock. That was almost 10 seconds that they took off of that run. They're not going to adjust it doesn't seem. So first and 10 with 43.6 seconds to go. I formation once again for the Mustangs. Schneider back, pass down the left sideline. Kimball at the 50, breaks the tackle to the 40, down to the 45. We'll see if the clock does stop. It does stop this time. So another first down for the Mustangs.
Leading the pass, Eric Kimball.
And Fort Morgan will call a timeout.
Down that Mustang sideline, Kimball's been open a couple times today. They've been able to find him and had a big pickup there.
So this Fort Morgan timeout is brought to you by Ehrlich Toyota East. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Ehrlich Toyota East in Fort Morgan will fit you into the car or truck of your choice. Serving all of Northeast Colorado, Ehrlich Toyota East. So Fort Morgan trying to make something up here with 35.9 seconds to go, as it will be a first and 10 from the Rifle 35. So Eric Kimball will be split wide left this time. I formation, Kyle Daniels split right with Austin Cosman as the tight end on the right side. So see if the Mustangs can get this into the end zone before the end of the first half. That would be a big boost for them. They're going to put Daniels in motion from right to left. Schneider drops back. He's being hounded now down here at the left sideline. It's going to be a pass, but over the head of Kyle Daniels. So that will bring up a second and 10. And Daniels looked to be open, but was out in front of Kyle by about 3 or 4 yards. So a second and 10 from the 35 for Fort Morgan.
So far, the offensive line's been doing a decent job of giving Snyder some time. Just defensive backs for Rifle have been all over the receivers.
So true receivers right, 2 left again. Shotgun formation. Schneider's being rushed this time. He's going to pull it down and run. He gets it to the 30, down to the 25, and then goes out of bounds. Let's see where he finally goes out. They're going to say he steps out short of the first down by about a yard. So that will bring up a 3rd and 1 from the 26.
He was looking deep there, but the pass rush got by him, and he was able to step up and run for almost a first down. Picked up about 9.
So down to 22.7 seconds here in the first half of play. Fort Morgan driving as they started from their own 28 and are now down to the 26 of Rifle. Daniels and Fluoff to the left, Kimball to the right, along with Osman. Schneider looks out here. It's going to be it was tipped and hit the ground. Would have been a first down, but it came up short. I'm sure Fort Morgan will go for it here on the 4th and 1.
Intended for Eric Kimball again, and the tip just threw him off. He got his hands on it, but wasn't able to bring it in.
So now down to 19.1 seconds. As Coach Chisholm gets the play to Schneider. So a big 4th down play here for the Mustangs. They need to pick this up to try to get this into the end zone before the half comes to an end. So we're going to see what happens. Somebody moved there. Fort Morgan is pointing at Rifle that they jumped off sides.
I believe that defensive tackle jumped encroachment.
And that's what it is. So that will bring up the first down play.
Rifle offside.
That's big. That gives them a first down without taking any time off the clock there. You don't have to use another timeout.
So 1st and 10 Morgan from the 21. Flugoff and Daniels left. Austin Cosman and Kimball to the right. Schneider looks down the middle. It's going to be caught. And it to Isaiah Lopez. Is that Isaiah Lopez? Yeah, it is Isaiah Lopez for the catch down at about the 1
Joey Schneider's pass
with 13 seconds left.
So ran an inside route there and was open.
First and goal from the 1.
Snyder got a lot behind that ball and got there quick. Lopez was almost able to stretch the ball in. Came up about a yard and a half short of the goal line.
So it looks like somebody has called timeout here. I didn't see who that was, but
I'm sure, I believe it was for Morgan there.
So we have a 1st and goal from the 1 for the Mustangs. This would be big if they could get some points on the board here. After that 20-yard completion from Joey Schneider to Isaiah Lopez. So you have 13 seconds right on the nose. So I believe Fort Morgan still has 1 timeout left. So we'll see if they give it to Toby up the middle or what they're going to do. So Rifle will have everybody on the line. We take Kimball as a deep back in the T formation. Schneider under center. Hand off to Kimball over the right side, and he is into the end zone for the Fort Morgan touchdown. So big here for the Fort Morgan Mustangs as they put it in the end zone with 8.3 seconds to go. Tate Kimball over the right side to bring this score to 21-6. So we'll see if Franny Gonzalez.
Big drive there before the half. That would have been tough coming out, and Morgan's going to get the ball to start the second half as well.
So Franny Gonzalez, he tried the extra point from the 10. Schneider with the hold. Ball is down. The kick is up, and it is good for Franny Gonzalez. So Fort Morgan Mustangs put a big score up here just before the end of the first half. As Eric said, Fort Morgan will receive the opening kickoff to start out the second half. So Fort Morgan takes it down the 7 plays. About 47 seconds off the clock.
Rifles had some big returns on the first kickoff, so it's going to be important here that Morgan brings them down and doesn't let them get any breathing room. Only 8 seconds left. Got to come up with a stop here on the kickoff.
So Franny Gonzalez into kickoff for the Mustangs. As he gets the okay to approach. He will just squib it on the ground to make him try to run some clock, and it's taken at the 25. At about the 30, 35, they need to bring him down. They're going to see if they run the clock out. It will stop with 0.9 seconds. So Rifle will be able to run one more play. So we'll see if they do anything or they just kneel on it and go to the locker room. 1st and 10 from the 39 of Rifle.
Had some success with the pass last series, so see if they go up to the receiver.
So handoff over here to the right side to Clark, and he is met in the backfield by Toby McBride. And I think they were trying to wrestle the ball out from him, but he finally does go down at the 34-yard line. So here at the end of the first half, the Fort Morgan Mustangs find themselves down 21-7 to the Rifle Bears on B106 and B106.com. Rifle gets ready to kick off to Fort Morgan. Eduardo Sandoval, a senior, will kick off for Fort Morgan. We'll see if they do the short kick again, as they have Eric Fluoff and Dalen Knapp back at about the 10. Eric Kimball and Austin Cosman at about the 20. Kyle Daniels and Tate Kimball sitting at about the 35.
Looks like Morgan's expecting a short kickoff again. They're Tate Kimball and Kyle Daniels, their usual deep guys that return it, are lined up just past the front.
And it's going to be a deep kickoff this time. And Flugoff is going to take it at the 5 on the left sideline. At the 10, nice block in the back, or not in the back, but downfield there. He's going to get it out to about the 15-yard line. So Fort Morgan, not the best of field positions.
Eric Flugoff with that return.
They will start 1st and 10.
Also on the tackle with Austin Knight.
Let's see, they're going to mark it at the 14, I believe, so it'll be 1st and 10 here for the Mustangs.
Worst field position, I believe, so far for Fort Morgan. See if they can put together a long drive.
So they're coming out in the T formation, tight formation, with going to be handoff to Toby McBride over the left side. He breaks it out over the left side, gets it across the 20. So nice job out there on the right side by the Mustang line and ends out there. So that will bring up a second down and 4 as he gets it out to the 20. So Fort Morgan looks like they just want to come out and pound the ball right now. I formation again for the Mustangs. Toby McBride over the left side. Spins back inside. Keeps his feet churning, and he does get it across the 20. Looks like maybe out to the 22. So that will bring up a 3rd down and 2.
Looks like they're lining up with a big backfield. They have Toby deep rather than as fullback, and they had Franklin Rosales, I believe, lined up as fullback there. A little bit bigger backfield than with Tate.
And that's how they are lining up. So tight formation. So 3rd and 2 for the Mustangs to Toby McBride over the right side again, and he will get the first down, and he gets across the 25. Somersaults out over the 30. And that will be enough for the first down. Nice run by Toby.
Good blocking up front. He had a nice hole there that opened up. He didn't get touched until he was 8 yards past the line of scrimmage or so.
So 1st and 10 looks like from the 33 on that 11-yard run. Tight formation once again for the Mustangs. This time going around the left side to Toby McBride, and he's only going to gain about a yard. He was brought down, see, at the 34, so we'll give him a gain of 1. So 2nd and 9 from the 34. Looked like he had a hole there momentarily, but it closed up quickly. So tight formation once again for the Mustangs. McBride is the deep back. This time Franklin Rosales over the right side. He'll get it across the 35. Out to about the 36 for a gain of 2. So a 3rd and 7 from the 36.
Rosales' first carry of the day. It looks like he may be in for some more if they keep this lineup. I haven't seen Tate out there. Hopefully he's healthy. I think they must just be going to a bigger backfield.
Jacob Fritzler, you're right, is the lead back. So Tight formation once again to Toby McBride over the right side, but he's going to be hit in the backfield. And going to be maybe a loss of 1. And there's Tate. He's coming out. I thought that was Tate. He's coming out to punt. I'm trying to see if they marked it at about the 36 still, so it'll bring up a 4th and 7. For Fort Morgan from the 36 as Tate Kimball stands at about his 23-yard line. Rifle with their receivers back at about the 30. Nice left-footed end over end punt by Tate. It hits out about the 40 and bounces straight up in the air. And it's going to finally roll dead at about the Rifle 35-yard line.
Ball down at the Rifle 35 where they take over. First
with 8:28 to go here in the third period. So Rifle will have their first possession of the second half.
See if they go back to the ground game or if they put it up in the air again.
So if they want to run some clock, they do have Bossart split wide left, same formation as they did in the first half. It's going to be a handoff over the right side. As he gets outside to the 40, down to the 45. Eric Fritzler, Jacob Fritzler
brought down by Justin Pinata.
Got blocked down on the left end, but that was enough for the first down as they get out to the 47-yard line. So it is a 1st and 10 after that 12-yard run by Brock Clark. So Richard Herrera on the left defensive end out here. Handoff up the middle, and it's open down to the 45, down to the 40, down to the 35. As Blaine Vance takes it down to the Fort Morgan 32-yard line.
Little misdirection there. Morgan thought it was going outside to one of the wings in motion, and they gave it to the running back up the middle.
So 1st and 10 for Rifle as Leba is lined up on the right wing. He is put in motion, handoff up the middle again, and it's open again, down to the 25, down to the 20. He's got a convoy down to the end zone. So Blaine Vance will take it in from 33 yards out on the run up the middle to now put the Rifle Bears up 27-7 with 7:39 to go here in the third period.
Morgan linebackers not able to get off their blocks, and once that running back gets past the original line of scrimmage, the last 2 plays are just wide open.
So the point after try coming up here by Eduardo Sandoval. Snap in the placement, and it looks like it is good, and it is. So 7:39 to go here in the third period. Rifle 28, Fort Morgan 7 on B106 and B106.com. Back at Rifle High School with Eric Nickel. This is Brian Nickel. The Mustangs now find themselves down 28-7 after Blaine Vance takes it in from 33 yards out. So this run defense by the Fort Morgan Mustangs that has served them so well all year is being chewed up here today by this Rifle offense. So another short kickoff down the left side. It's going to be taken by Kyle Daniels. Fire caught at the 25. So nice job there by Kyle Daniels to do the fair catch. Fort Morgan needs to try to get this ball downfield and get into the end zone before it gets too late. We know they can put points on the board. So they come out I formation this time. Kimball wide right, Daniels left. Schneider under center. Handoff to Toby McBride up the middle, and not much there as he's going to get across the 25 to maybe the 26. That'd be a gain of 1, so bring up 2nd and 9.
Looks like Tate was back in on that last play. Just a different formation they came out in to start the second half.
So 2 receivers left, 2 right this time for the Mustangs. Shotgun formation with Kimball next to Schneider, and he looks downfield, going to go down this right sideline. We're going to see it's going to be caught by Fluoff, but I think he was out of bounds, and they're going to rule him out of bounds. It was a nice pass and catch, but just led him a little bit too far outside. So Fluoff with a nice catch, but unfortunately out of bounds. That will bring up a 3rd and 9 for Fort Morgan. As the weather's starting to close in here a little bit, the temperature's starting to drop with a slight breeze out of the north. So Fort Morgan now with 3 receivers, right shotgun formation, 1 left. Eric Fluoff to the left. Joey rolls out to his right, looks downfield, and it's going to be knocked down at the 40, almost intercepted out there by Brock Clark, I believe is who that is. So that will bring up a 4th and 9.
Looks like they brought a blitz and a defensive back on, or a linebacker and a defensive back on a blitz there. But they rolled out away from it and was able to get a pass off, but just got knocked down. Looked like he may have had some room to run there, but chose to throw it instead.
So Tate Kimball into punt for the Mustangs. He lines up at about his 13-yard line. 6:55 to go. Snap back is dropped, but then he picks it up. Nice punt. I thought I saw him do the fair catch, but apparently not at the 35, the 40. Breaks it outside to the 45, to the 40, 45-30. He's going to be brought down just short of the end zone at about the 2. And that is Stutzman.
Richard Herrera was in on the tackle.
There's a flag at about the 50 that I did not see, so we'll see what that is all about. Probably holding an illegal block in the back by Rifle.
Like
they are bringing it back.
Yeah, headed back to midfield.
So that will be a penalty from midfield and put Rifle back another 10 yards to about the. They're going to put the flag at about the 41-yard line. I thought I'd seen his arm go up for the fair catch, but that was going to be an illegal block in the back, and that will be marked off from the 41.
It's a huge penalty against the Bears. That would have been tough to overcome. That would have been 1st and goal on about the 1-yard line. Already down 21 against this tough Bears defense, but if we can get a stop here, it would be a good start to get back into the game.
So 1st and 10 from the 32 for Rifle. Going to be a handoff over the left side, and there is some room to run there. I believe that is Blaine Vance once again. He gets it out across the 40.
Blaine Vance with the carry brought down.
So short of the first down, they're going to mark it back inside to the 39, so a gain of 7, so 2nd and 3 from the 39. They're finding room up the middle to run against this Fort Morgan defense. 6:09 and counting here in the 3rd period. Fort Morgan down 28-7. Same formation for Rifle. Put a man in motion around the left side. It's going to be Clark as he gets around the edge to the 40, to the 45. He gets down into Mustang territory down to the 45-yard line.
Brock Clark with the carry.
Brock Clark takes it down to the 45.
Result of play is a Rifle first down.
So 1st and 10 from the Mustang 45 as they're stealing that end up on the Mustangs. We've got some. They got in there at end. They've got
like Richard Herrera and
I think it's
Jason Leinert maybe.
Could be over on the left side or on the right side. It's going to be a handoff up the middle again, and this time he is shut down on 1st down as he gets maybe a yard to the 44. We'll see where they mark it at, but nice mark it back to the 44. So it will be a gain of 1. So 2nd and 9 from the 44 for Rifle. As Stutzman brings the play in from the sideline. Flag. We have somebody.
I'm not sure the Bears got set there. They tried to get up there and get a quick snap.
That will be 5 yards against the Rifle Bears.
Illegal motion called on Rifle. That'll back them up 5.
So it'll bring up a 2nd and 14 from the 49-yard line. 4:54 and counting here in the third period. Rifle's going to try to run this clock as much as possible. Same formation as before. Going to be a handoff up the middle to Clark. He breaks that first initial hit and brought down at about the 42 by Austin Cosman.
Clark with a carry.
So about a 7-yard gain to the, about an 8-yard gain to the 41.
Brings up third down.
About a 3rd and 7 from the 41-yard line for Rifle. Frank Rosales goes to the sideline for the Mustangs. So now no backs in the backfield for Rifle as they have receivers split left and right. And Stutzman is going to pull it down and take it to the outside, but he is being taken down and finally run out of bounds, and we have 2 flags down, one at about the 35, one at about the 38 or 39.
It's
like one of them may be holding on the Bears in that vicinity of the field, and I'm not sure. It may have been a horse collar or a face mask on Morgan. Might have been hard to tell on that far side of the field.
So we'll see. They're having a gathering of officials over at about the 32-yard line. I think they finally did bring him down out of bounds.
Got enough for the first down before the penalties, but we'll see here what comes of the penalties.
We have a holding on Rifle. That is declined. So we have a personal foul face mask on Rifle. So that'll mark it back 15 yards. That'll take it back to the 50. I did not see.
Not a call you see very often, and 15-yard face mask on the offense, but the ball carrier must have got his hand up on the tackler's face mask and not taking it off.
So it'll bring up about a 3rd and 15 now from the 50. So you go back to their regular offensive set. As Stutzman rolls out to his right, he's going to look downfield, try to get it out here to the left side, but maybe intercept. Oh, off the hands first of Isaiah Lopez, then off the hands of Kyle Daniels. He should have picked that. That would have been the defensive turnover that they were looking for. But off the hands of Daniels, that will bring up a 4th down and 15 for Rifle. So the Mustangs.
It's like Alex Mayan, Toby McBride put some pressure on Stutzman, the quarterback there, and took him down. It's the first time he's been pressured, albeit only the third pass of the game for him.
So nice deep punt. Down to about the 10, down to the 15, to the 20. Out to the Fort Morgan had some good blocks. They do get the ball out to the 23-yard line.
And a bunch of his friends.
I believe is where they're going to put it. Maybe the 22. It's hard to tell from here where they're at. So Fort Morgan, once again, needs to get this ball downfield if they want to try and get back into this game. So it looks like
Rifles has given them, the Mustangs, some opportunity to get back in it with the penalties there on that last drive.
Fort Morgan I formation again. Toby McBride over the right side. He's hitting the backfield and breaks that tackle. Gets out over the right side, puts his hand down and keeps his balance out to the, where's he going to be? Out to just short of the 30, or right at the 30. Going to be just short of the, I guess they marked him out at the right at the 30. I have a flag here for something on this on this rifle side. I don't know what that was all about.
Coach was a ways out there on the field for rifle, and the ref looked back and threw the flag. I'm not sure what it was.
I don't know if it's a sideline warning. I don't know. I guess that was 1st and 10 from about the 22, so it's going to bring up a 2nd and 2 from the 30. Sideline warning. Oh, it's not even a. Yeah, I'm not sure. This is a. I'm not sure if that's a head coach or the assistant coach. Just a sideline warning, so it'll bring up second down for Fort Morgan. I formation again for the Mustangs. Tate Kimball over the right side as he just gets back to the line of scrimmage. So no gain on that run.
Also on tackle was Austin Shepard.
As they mark it right at the 30-yard line. So 3rd and 2 for Fort Morgan.
It's the first carry in the second half for Tate. It'd be nice to get him going and get a run or two outside. He had one long run in the first half, and then other than that, kind of bottled up.
Sly formation again for the Mustangs. Receivers left and right. Going to be handoff to Tony McBride up the middle, and he will get the first down as he gets across the 35, across the 40, out to about the 42. So a nice 12-yard run there by Toby McBride.
McBride with a carry brought down by Austin Boone.
That will bring up a 1st and 10 from the 42. Down to 2:37 and counting here in the 3rd period. Bears up 28-7. I formation once again for the Mustangs. Schneider under center, and it's going to be a play action. He's got Cosman open out here in the middle, but he intends to go to Fluhoff over on the left sideline, and that is going to be knocked down and incomplete. Looked like Cosman was open over the middle, but he chose to go otherwise. So it will be 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs from the 42. So Fluhoff to the left, wide out, Kimball to the right. Toby McBride is the fullback, Tate Kimball is the deep back. It's going to be a handoff to Toby McBride over the left side, but he's going to be met in the backfield. And that's going to be a loss back inside the 40. Looks like they're going to mark it at about the 39-yard line. 39, about halfway in between, not quite to the 40, so that'll bring up about a 3rd and 12 from the 39. The 2 receivers left, 2 right, shotgun formation for Schneider. Snap back as he looks down the right side. He is flushed out to his right. It's going to be a pass, going to be taken by Kimball. He breaks a tackle, but I think he's going to be just short. He gets it across midfield at about the 49-yard line. He's going to be just short of the first down. But I'm sure they're going to have to go for it here if they're going to try and get back into this game. So that will bring up a 4th and 1 from the 49.
Yeah, that was a big play there to give them 4th and short here. Very manageable down to keep the drive going.
So Tate Kimball goes out. Jacob Fritzler comes in for Fort Morgan. So we'll see if they go with that. You call it the big backfield. And that's what they do with Toby McBride as the deep back. It's going to be a handoff to McBride over the right side, but he's got to get downfield a little bit. He does. I believe he will get far enough for the first down. As he will get out to almost down to about the 48, I believe. They do give him the first down, just enough for the first down. So nice job there by the Mustang front to give room for Toby to get down, because he was hit in the backfield and broke through there and picked up enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the Bear 47.
From the 47 of Rifle. Down to 39 seconds and counting here in the 3rd period. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Schneider shotgun formation. Snap back. Was going to throw out here to the right. He tucks it down, gets out inside the 40. going to be hit down as he gets down to about the 35-yard line is Joey Schneider. Takes a big hit, but he does get it down to the
Joey Schneider with the keeper.
So he's trying to get his troops fired up. He lowered his shoulder there for an extra yard. He could have gone down, but it's coming down to the last quarter, possibly of your high school career. You're going to do what you can to get your guys going.
So shotgun formation. Schneider rolls out to his right. Looks downfield. It's going to be thrown. And it's going to be out of bounds with 13.8 seconds to go here in the third period. Once again, it looked like he could have pulled it down and run on that right side.
Second down and 10.
But he chose to try to get it to a receiver downfield and just ended up throwing it out of bounds. So it'll bring up a second and 10 from the 36. As Kyle Daniels and Eric Fluoff split wide left. Isaiah Lopez and Kimball to the right. Shotgun formation. Oh, just out of the reach of Eric Kimball. Just off of his hand at about the 30-yard line. So it'll bring up third and 10 for the Mustangs.
I think if he had another second, he could have stepped into that pass a little bit. They brought a couple linebackers on a blitz and didn't give him much time to get a good pass off. Wasn't able to get much behind it.
So we're down to 10 seconds here in the third period. Two receivers left, two right again. Shotgun formation. Snap back to Schneider. As he looks downfield, it's going to be a pass to to Kyle Daniels, enough for the first down as he gets down to the 23-yard line. So nice job here by the Mustangs. First and 10 for the Mustangs from the 23-yard line. See if they get enough time here to get this ball off. They do. Shotgun formation for Schneider as he goes to the end zone and off of the hands of Eric Kimball. Nice coverage there by Rifle.
End of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter here in Rifle with the Bears leading 28-7 on B106 and B106.com. Back at Rifle with Eric Nickel. This is Brian Nickel and Braden Godin running the controls for us back at Fort Morgan. Looked like the Brush Beat Diggers were up 14-6 in the second half of their state championship game in Brush. And the other 3A game, I believe, was 25-16 with Pueblo East. 25-14, Pueblo East leading Discovery Canyon. So Fort Morgan here to start the start of the fourth period. Now as Tate Kimball runs off the field. Elliott Wunsch in the backfield for the Mustangs. Snap back to Schneider as he throws out here to the field, and it's going to be, they're going to say it's a complete pass. It was going to be an interception.
Looked like Isaiah Lopez slipped on the play and wasn't able to, I think he was headed for a 10-yard gain or so, but Isaiah Lopez wasn't able to get his footing and slipped, and the Rifle player dove and was able to get his hands in it for the interception.
So that's the second turnover of the day for the Mustangs as they were driving, looking to get into the end zone. So a big turnover for Rifle. Now it will be first and 10 Rifle from the 9-yard line. So this is where Fort Morgan needs to come up with a turnover of their own. The handoff up the middle once again. Gets it out to the 15-yard line. Ty Leba is the one with the carry. They'll bring up a second down and about 3. Gain of 7, second and 3 from the 10. Or excuse me, from the 15. So their same formation. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and they will get the first down across the 20 out to the 25 as Blaine Vance takes the handoff. We'll get out to the 23, 8-yard gain for Vance. So a first and 10 from the 23 for Rifle as they start that clock again after the run, after they get the yard markers set. So they come out, one receiver split wide right. going to be a handoff to Clark around the right side. He breaks it across the 30, 35, 40, 45. He is finally brought down at the 46-yard line.
Clark with that carry.
As they're getting around the end, and then he brings it back across field to the, still at the Rifle 46. And I'm not mistaken here, we're getting some precipitation here starting to fall at the field.
Yeah, it looks like Fort Morgan is trying to stack the inside, and that's leaving them vulnerable around the ends.
So 1st and 10 here for Rifle. As Clark tries to take it around the outside edge, and Richard Herrera, looks like there may be a flag out there, maybe holding out on that far end. We'll see what the call is. They have a hold on Rifle.
Rifle flag for holding.
So that will set him back. The holding was about the 47-yard line of Rifle. So they'll bring up about a 1st and 20. 1st and 19 from the 38-yard line.
The Bears are really giving Mustang D a chance here. They're moving the ball at will, but getting a move back because of some penalties.
The handoff right up the middle, I believe, to Vance again. As he gets it out to the 40, it'll be a gain of about 2. So I'll bring up a 2nd and 17 from the 40.
Brought down by Jacob Fritzler.
Down to 9:58 and counting here in the game. As Stutzman runs back out to the huddle. Fort Morgan needs to hold here, get this ball back. They need to get a turnover. They can try to get some points on the board. So once again, a handoff up the middle. And there is some room there. Blaine Vance again out to the 48-yard line. So a gain of 8.
Rifle 3rd down and 8 from their
3rd and 8 from the 48. As Coach Langford is signaling in his play from the far sideline. Rifle hustles up to the line of scrimmage. Going to be a handoff over the right side again, around the left side. Going to be a flag, maybe another hold as Clark takes it down inside the 40. But we have a flag at about the 47-yard line, holding again on Rifle. So you know Fort Morgan will accept that penalty to move him back 10 yards from the 47 of Fort Morgan. So that will bring up a 3rd down once again. What all this is doing is running time off the clock, time that Fort Morgan does not have. That takes it back to about a 3rd and 13 from the 43-yard line. (28-7), 8:46 and counting here, possibly in the season for these Fort Morgan Mustangs. As it brings up a 3rd and 13 from the 43. As Stutzman is waiting for the official to start with his countdown, and does. Stutzman rolls out to his right. He's going to keep it. As he gets around the outside edge, he's going to have the 1st down as he gets down to the 40. And Stutzman will get it down to the Fort Morgan 37-yard line, it looks like. And Stutzman found the outside edge. So that will be a 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. For Rifle.
As Stutzman's rolling out, he pump fake there and make it look like he may pass, but I'd be surprised if we see another pass by them the rest of the afternoon, the way they're running the ball and to run the clock down.
Down to 8 minutes here in the game. going to be a rollout to the left this time as he pulls it down, cuts it back inside as Eric Kimball kept the corner, but he cuts it back in for about a
Brought down by Trey McBride.
About a 5-yard gain. So it'll bring up 2nd and 5 from the 32. So we're getting a little precipitation here. It looks like it's coming down as rain right at the moment, but things look like they're could be closing in here as far as the weather is concerned. So 2nd and 5 from the 32 for Rifle. And Stutzman hands it off up the middle again to Vance.
Playing Vance with the carry. Tripped up.
He gets it down inside the 32, the 29.
Also in the tackle was Nate Cage.
So that will bring up a 3rd and 2 from the 29-yard line. As the wind's starting to pick up here, things are going to start to get wet. Try to keep things dry here as we go on here. That wind comes in from the west. So 3rd and 2 is handoff around the left side. He cuts it back in and he will have the first down. So he gets it down inside the 25. That will be enough for the first down. So 1st and 10.
That's all the play is, a Rifle first down.
For Rifle as they get it to the 24. So a gain of 5. So get that. Ref is trying to get the clock to run, and the scorekeeper doesn't want to start the clock for some reason. There, they finally get it going. This scorekeeper here today has had some problems. I think they'd have it down by now. So a 1st and 10 from the 24 for Rifle. Handoff around the left side. It's Clark, and he'll get it down to about the 22-yard line, maybe the 21.
Only his 4th carry of the second half. They've really relied on their blade back Vance in the second half.
He gets it down to about the 21. So 2nd and 7 from the 21. So down to 5:41 and counting here. As it looks like the Mustang season will come to an end one game early. 2nd and 7. Handoff to Clark around the right side. As he follows his blockers, but Fort Morgan is going to close it down for maybe a gain of maybe 1.
Brought down by Jacob Fischler.
So that'll be a 3rd as they get it to the 20. So that will be a gain of 1. So a 3rd and 6.
Morgan's defense able to stretch the play out there, which they haven't been able to do all day. Brock got out wide and just couldn't get anything and kept going, and they were able to corral him there.
So 3rd and 6 here for Rifle. From their 20, it's a handoff to Clark around this right side again, around the left side, and he is stopped for a yard loss back to the 21. So it'll bring up a 4th and 7
Also on the tackle was Jacob Fischler.
from the 21. So we'll see what they want to do here. I don't think they would probably take the chance on a field goal, as some of the crowd here was wanting them to do. So
yeah, I don't think in this weather and the chance of it getting blocked and returned, I think they'll just, looks like they're going to take a timeout, wind the clock down as far as they can and take a timeout and decide what they're going to do from there.
So we'll see what they're up to here down to. They did take a timeout with 4:06 to go, so we'll take one with them here. Fort Morgan down 28-7 on B106 and B106.com. Back at Rifle High School, where the Mustangs find themselves down 28-7 with 4:06 to go. So 4th down, 4th and 7. As Rifle will go for it, and Fort Morgan just jumped off, so that's an easy 5 right there. So it'll bring up a 4th and 2.
Flag.
Looks like Brush is up. Looks like Brush is going to, it's the end of the 3rd. It's 14-6. Pueblo East is ahead of Discovery Canyon, 31-14. So it looks like Rifle will be headed to Pueblo East next week. So that will bring up a 4th and 2 from the 17-yard line. Handoff around the left side. Nice holdout on this left corner that they're not calling. And that will be close for the first down. We'll see if they do give him the first down. So 1st and 10 for Rifle.
First down.
At the 13-yard line, they had a nice holdout on the left side, pulling Eric Kimball's jersey, but no call whatsoever. So we're down to 3:56 and counting here in this 3A semifinal game from Rifle. So Rifle, Stutzman waits for the back judge for his countdown. He will hand off this time around the left side. He has it open down to the 10. Oh! And that's Leba for the...
It's like they may have taken him out of bounds, which will stop the clock, not something they want to do.
Probably what Fort Morgan wants, but try to save some time here. So we'll bring up a second down from the 8-yard line. A 2nd and 5. They put Clark in motion around to the right side. He cuts it back inside. He is hit about the 7 and then goes down at about the 5. So we're still going to be short of the first down. Bring up a 3rd down. About a 3rd and 2 from the 5-yard line for Rifle. So we're down to 3 minutes here in this contest, as it looks like the Rifle Bears will be going to the state championship football game against Pueblo East. Run up the middle for the first down, and the Stutzman takes it down to about the 1, so that will be a 1st and goal from the 1. It looks like Fort Morgan is, I guess their starters are still in there. Look like they had some.
1st and goal at the 1.
Jake Norris is in for the Mustangs. So Stutzman back in for Rifle. So it is a 1st and goal from the 1. So we'll see if Stutzman keeps it himself or if he hands it off. And he will keep it. We'll see if he gets the push as the refs come in from each side. Looks like so far he is short of the first downs, of the end zone, so that'll bring up a 2nd and goal with 2 minutes to go. We'll see if they want to.
2nd down and inches.
As the wind has picked up here and my papers are getting wet, so we'll try to keep things in order here the best that we can. So we're down to 1:47 as Rifle is at the 1-yard line, 2nd and goal. And the push for Stutzman looks like he is in. As they run it in from the sideline, the refs run in. It looked like he was over from here. And they do give Stutzman the touchdown with 1:27 to go here in the 4th period. So that seals it up for Rifle, as that puts the score now at 34-7. As Stutzman takes it in from 1 yard out. We'll now try the point after try. Snap back, the placement is down, and it looked like it was good. So that brings the score now 35-7. Rifle with 1:27 to go. I'd just like to thank some of our sponsors for this year for football. Some of the won't be able to name them all, but some of the sponsors that were some of our specialty sponsors as Cargill Beef. They were our sponsor for the starting lineup. Ingmeyer Phillips was the sponsor for the opening kickoff. B&B Appliance for the Mustang halftime show. First score of the game is brought to you by Morgan Federal Bank. The Fort Morgan timeouts are brought to you by Ehrlich Toyota East. And the Mustang show, which will be coming up here shortly, is sponsored by Morgan Community College. So we'd like to thank them for their sponsorship this year as we look to switch gears here in a couple of weeks to basketball. We have a minute 27 to go here in this 3A semifinal game. So nice job by the Fort Morgan Mustangs this year on their playoff run. This comes up a game short.
They ran into a tough team here this afternoon and weren't able to get a whole lot going on the ground, and their defensive backs really stepped up. The Rifles did, and couldn't get much going through the air.
There's nice deep kickoff picked up by Eric Flogoff at the 10, the 15, the 20, to the 25, out to the 30, the 35. He breaks it out. We have a flag at the 40, out to the 45, and he is brought down, but that will probably be coming back as there's a flag at the 39.
With the return, tripped up by Ty Laboff. There is a flag on the play.
So we'll see if who Fort Morgan puts out there on the field. Looks like there's some.
Mustang flag for holding.
And they still looks like they have their starters out there, so it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Mustangs, but there was a hold on the play at the 39, so that'll put it back to the 29-yard line for the Mustangs.
Mustang 1st and 10 from their own 29.
So 1st and 10 from the 29. As the starters are still in for the Mustang, and we'll let these seniors take it clear to the end. Pass back to, or snap back to Schneider, but his pass out to Eric Kimball is just short. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 from the 29 for the Mustangs. With a minute and 12 seconds to go. Snap back to Schneider, pass out into the left flat to Kyle Daniels as he takes it kind of sidestep. He might break it out here to the right side, but he is going to finally be brought down at the 32-yard line.
Kyle Daniels
and
brought down by
looked like he was brought down inbounds, but they're stopping the clock. So 58.6 seconds to go. So third and 5 from the 34 for Fort Morgan. And Schneider in the shotgun formation looks downfield. Pass is going to be to Isaiah Lopez. Nice catch for Lopez at the Rifle 45-yard line. So Fort Morgan not
Isaiah Lopez with that reception.
Not quitting here.
Brought down by Ty Leba.
So they'll bring up a 1st and 10 from the Rifle 44. Snap back to Schneider. Almost intercepted, but knocked down by Rifle, Alex Gold.
Broke up by Alex Gould.
That pass was intended for Isaiah Lopez once again, so they'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs. Shotgun formation once again, 2 receivers left, 2 right. Pass over the left sideline, and it's going to be, this time it's going to be intercepted and taken out of bounds by Brock Clark, I believe. I'm not sure who the interception was. It might be Pressler, Brooks Pressler. So that will put her, just about wrap it up here from Rifle. 37.6 seconds to go. 3rd interception, I believe, today for 2nd interception, the 3rd turnover for
timeout Rifle.
For Fort Morgan is 2 interceptions and 1 fumble.
Game show on AM 1490.
But nice job by the Fort Morgan Mustangs. And
riflenow.org to follow all the Bears games with archived video. And also
so I'd like to give you a list of the seniors on the team this year. That would be Isaiah Lopez, Justin Pineda, Joey Schneider, Richard Herrera, Austin Cosman, Jason Lenhart, Eric Kimball, Elliot Wunsch, Hector Luna, Brian Almanza, Eric Kluoff, Oliver Wunsch, Bladen Pollitt, Trevor Gherkin, Austin Smith, Jesus Ibarra, Dylan Mugenberg, and Manuel Martinez. So one snap here, the Rifle Bears do take a knee. As the clock runs, they see if they will have to run one more play. So they won't have to run another play. We're down to 16 seconds, and they never didn't set the clock. So the Fort Morgan Mustangs go down to defeat to the Rifle Bears 35-7 in this 3A semifinal game. So congratulations to the Rifle Bears, as it looks like they will go to Pueblo East next Saturday for the state championship in 3A. So congratulations to them. So we're going to go ahead and take about a 3-minute break here and be back with the post-game show on B106 and B106.com. This Fort Morgan Mustangs post-game show is brought to you by Morgan Community College. Find out why Morgan Community College is the best choice for your higher education. Visit MCC online at www.morgancc.edu or stop by the campus for a personal advising session. MCC, here to help you imagine your possibilities, believe in yourself, and achieve your goals. So a tough day here for the Fort Morgan Mustangs as they fall in this semifinal game 35-7 to the Rifle Bears, as Rifle will play at Pueblo East. We understand that Pueblo East has defeated Discovery Canyon, so the championship game will be at Pueblo East next Saturday. So at halftime, the score was 21-7 in favor of Rifle. Rifle's first possession of the second half. They take it in from 33 yards out as Blaine Vance runs it in for the touchdown. The PAT is good to put the score at 28-7. And then Rifle did not score again until right towards the end of the game. Stutzman took it in from a yard out for the touchdown. The PAT once again was good to bring the final score to 35-7. So a tough way to go out, but an excellent season for the Fort Morgan Mustangs as they do get to the 3A semifinal game here. So nothing to hang their heads about. It will be a long bus ride home, but hopefully we can get going before the weather sets in too bad. But
they have a lot to look forward to next year. They have a lot of good kids coming back that played key roles on the team this year. Including Trey and Toby McBride, huge parts. Eric Kimball and Joey Snyder will be big losses, but Tate will be back, and I'm sure as good and fast as before.
Yeah, so nothing to hang their heads about. They'll get a little time to reflect on this and realize how good a season they actually had, and be proud of what they accomplished this year. We'll give you another score. Brush did win the 2A state title. That was their first state title in 20 years, and their fifth as a team over their history. So congratulations to the Brush Beat Diggers and their team. So I think Eric's got some numbers for us from the game.
For Rifle, looks like Brock Clark finished the game with 116 yards on the ground, and Blaine Vance had 120. They both carried the load for the Bears today. The quarterback, Lane Stutzman, only had 3 pass attempts, 2 completions, 1 incompletion in the second half, and that was it. Really pounded the ball on the ground throughout the game. It's kind of what they've done throughout the season. For the Mustangs, Tate Kimball didn't get a whole lot of carries in the second half. Morgan didn't have the ball a whole lot. I think Rifle really dominated time of possession. He ended up with 34 yards on the game. Toby McBride had 57 yards, and Joey Snyder ended with 19 yards. Joey was 13 for 32 passing. Had to put the ball up quite a bit in the second half. And the Rifle Bears, knew it was coming. So 13 for 22, ended up with 141 yards passing. Leading receiver on the day for the Mustangs was Eric Kimball with 53 yards. Right behind him with 46 yards was Isaiah Lopez on 2 catches. He had a couple long catches.
So once again, not the way they wanted to end it, but comes at the end of a very productive year and a lot to build on for next year, that's for sure. Before we close this out, I'd like to thank some people that make these broadcasts possible besides just our sponsors that we appreciate very much. We have Alan Lance, does the Mustang replay back at Fort Morgan, Braden Godin, and Michaela, lost her in there for a minute, Michaela Clipper, that does the boards for us during the year, and we appreciate that very much for the hard work that they put in every week and be able to get us on the board. I'd also like to thank Eric Nickel this afternoon for filling in for Kevin Rohde. Did an excellent job, and I'd like to also thank Kevin Rohde for his job that he did this year as color man for Fort Morgan Mustangs football. So I guess we'll go ahead and close this out for the year on football. The sound engineer and producer of Fort Morgan Mustangs football has been Braden Godin. The producer for Mustangs replay is Alan Lance. For Eric Nickel, I'm Brian Nickel. The final score this afternoon from Rifle 35, Fort Morgan 7. You've been listening to Fort Morgan Mustangs football on B106 and B106.com. Good afternoon, everybody.